Joining us now live on NC Continental Prime to take a look at the importance of this day is Tari Taylaur. She is the State House of Assembly candidate of the Youth Party in Eti-Osa 1, Lagos, southwest of Nigeria. Thank you very much for joining us on the news, Tari.
Thank you for having me.
And happy International Youth Day to you.
Thank you. Same to you.
Now, International Youth Day is celebrated to mark the contribution of youths to the development of their countries and society at large. How do you rate the contribution of African youth to the development of this society?
It's vital. I mean, it's the way forward. It's the future. It's the way we have to go. You know, if I can speak particularly to the Nigerian situation, which I believe could stand an example for the larger Africa. You know, youth participation in politics right now is growing. You know, I don't want to say it's non-existent, but it can be much better. Yes, there is an interest, especially this year towards the next elections. There's a lot of awareness, and I think a lot of realization that, you know, we have a part to play and that we must take our own place, you know, in the scheme of things. So I'm very excited about the possibilities that are on the horizon, and I feel that, you know, when the political structures and the political processes open themselves up more, there would be a lot more active youth participation, and then we will see the transformation we desire.
Now, as we discuss International Youth Day, looking at Nigeria, and I'm sure it applies to a lot of African countries, the youth make up quite a significant number of their populations, but a lot of these youths suffer from unemployment. Some of them have gone into entrepreneurship. They're trying to do things on their own, but there's only so much they can do. Is there hope for unemployed African youths, and what must the government do to get them out of the streets, and what can they do for themselves too? Yeah,
there is hope. You know, like you mentioned yourself, a lot of people are going into entrepreneurship. Thank God for technology, which has created tons of opportunities for young people to take the initiative and employ themselves and even create employment for other people. But of course, government has to create that enabling environment for young people to thrive. And how is it that government will do that? Skills acquisition. Lots of young people are very talented, whether in the arts, whether in coding, in programming, in development, and all of that. But a lot of people need help to get from where they are to where they want to be, to their next level. And what does that help consist of? Training, opportunities to get better, you know, connecting with like minds, being in incubators, places where their creativity can blossom. And of course, things like micro grants and some sort of funding that would also help you for those who actually want to set up, you know, businesses and all of that. Government always has to provide those initiatives to support, whether from the local, state, and federal government level. I know there have been initiatives, you know.
Yes, and I'm happy you mentioned the government, because the Nigerian government has organized various programs for the youth, such as National Social Investment Program, and it seems like the youths are not making good use of the opportunities presented to them by the government. Or are these programs not enough, and should they be replicated at different levels of government?
Yes, that's the thing, because a lot of people are so skeptical about anything that has to do with government. Even when the government is doing something, like with these social investment programs, they actually do exist. But a lot of young people are not taking advantage of them because they just feel, oh, well, I don't know anybody. They feel that they have to know somebody to be able to benefit and all that. So they will just kind of stay away. But these things actually exist. So sometimes we need to get past that skepticism and actually engage those opportunities to see what will come out of it, you know. And I guess more accountability, carrying people through the different levels of governance. Sometimes something that is federal seems completely out of your reach when you are at the grassroots level, for example. So it has to trickle down, maybe through the states, through the local government, so more people will feel that, you know what, these opportunities are actually very accessible to me wherever I am.
Now, Tari, finally, before I let you go, you're a young Nigerian and you're seeking elective office. And I know that there must have been a lot of pushback when you make that decision. You know, people say politics is a dirty game. It's not for people like you. That brings me to my question. Why is it important to have youth participation in politics? And what do you say to those Nigerians that have lost hope in the political system? Because some of them don't care. They prefer to watch reality TV or football than to go out and vote for the elected office holders because they believe, they say they're all the same
Yeah.
at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they also think their votes don't count. So a lot more transparency in the process, a lot more accountability would make people buy in to know that, I do have to participate because my vote counts. So, and then what I would like to say to young people, I believe that the space has opened up to us. It is our time. We need to step up. Many times, when people complain that there is very low youth participation, and then you now engage the political parties and the stakeholders in the political systems, they'll say, yes, but the youths are not coming up. Where are the youths?
Yeah, it can't be given to you.
They can't be given to you. You have to step up. You have to come and take it. But a lot of young people are shying away, particularly because they hear the experiences of the few people who venture, who try to go into those political spaces, and the experiences are not very encouraging. So a lot of people now shy back. Or they think they need a godfather, or they think they need like all the money in the world. But I think that is changing. That dynamic is really changing now with parties like Youth Party, where the barrier for entry is very low. Yeah. Anybody who believes they have value to offer their communities, their constituencies, can actually now have solid platforms to run on, just like I do.
Again, it's called the Youth Party.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Tari Taylaur, for taking
Thank
time
you.
to join us
Thank
on
you.
Nancy Continental Prime. Thank you.